Okay, welcome back from Kakariko Village this time. Um, so I think we're gonna start out here today, and um, not really sure how far we'll get before too much time passes. Um, Kakariko and Hateno are actually quite far from each other, and even on the map, you can kind of see that they're quite a bit of difference. And um, honestly, after getting to Dueling Peak stable, I just immediately went to Kakariko. It was like the closest village, and it was like the first real village that I had been to since I began the game. Since there's nothing at all on the Great Plateau at this point in time in the story. So um, yeah, and then it took kind of a while to get over to Hateno Village. So we'll just kind of talk about Kakariko and see how it goes. Of course, I can speed it up a bit and we can warp. I can take the motorcycle. Um, but we'll see how far we get. So let's just start here. So, um, again, just throwing in some nostalgia right away. So, um, when I was playing Ocarina of Time, and I was like, oh my god, there's a Kakariko Village. Um, and lo and behold, sorry, you know what? I never get used to the camera with this game. Well, I don't play it all the time now, so I'm kind of really not used to it anymore. But when I was playing, it was okay. So, anyways, lo and behold, we've got Kakariko Village, and dun, 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 we have the chicken game actually. So, these guys are flying around all over the village, and just I'm pretty sure this shows up in several Zelda games. You have to pick them up and return them to their rightful place. So, um, honestly, I was kind of like, "What's this about?" when I first played Breath of the Wild, and then when I went back and played Ocarina of Time, I was like, "Oh, okay, now I get it." So, yeah, we got another Korok guy here, just kind of random. Um, so here we have a extremely amazing version of Kakariko Village compared to Ocarina of Time. So it's very Japanesey, as I like to say. And we've got a clothing shop here. I'm wearing part of that, so it's the stealth set, and we'll talk about all of that later. So I have this as well. Um, Link is actually quite the fashionista, and they really kind of expand that more in Tears of the Kingdom. So we'll see that as well. So here's where you can get some pumpkins. Not really so special. Um, just kind of taking a look around the village here, and they even have the plum trees in here, which is a personal favorite. I love ume flowers. So yeah, kind of just basically like a farming village. Um, and again, please forgive my issues with the camera here. So, um, yeah, over here you can get carrots. Here's another chicken. So just kind of taking a tour of the village, and another chicken. And this Melly, she grows the ume trees, and I think there's a kind of side quest in Tears of the Kingdom, maybe with that. It might have been Breath of the Wild. I'm too much going on here. So, and this is a goddess statue. So, um, when you complete a shrine, you get an orb, and once you collect 4 of them, you can exchange it to either increase your stamina wheel or get a heart. Um, so even with the DLC, um, I mentioned this last time, but the max that you can get is, excuse me, you can either max out your stamina wheel like I have, or you can get the 30 hearts with a smaller stamina wheel. So, um, wow, oh my gosh, I fell in the water. Um, but if you go to an inn, or there's certain foods that you can make, like let's go here. Oh, one more section. Or you can go here where it shows you like you can make some foods that has like a full recovery plus 2, 3, 4 extra hearts. Oh, this one has like plus 12 hearts. I don't know what I put in there. 13. So you can, eventually get all 30 hearts. But uh, 28 is the max with the full stamina wheel. Um, and then these 2 other hearts would just be kind of temporary. And you can also see my stamina wheel right now. So I have 3 full green wheels, and then you can also get the special beds at the inns. So um Kakariko, I don't remember, but like in the Goron village, you can get a massage, and also in the Gerudo village as well. And Rito village has a feather bed, and so on. And then they will give you an extra stamina wheel and hearts. I think they vary a little bit, but basically, yeah, you can get a little bit extra there. Um, and this guy as well, like he's also in Tears of the Kingdom, so he's just kind of standing around and painting stuff. Um, and I think there was a quest with him. Definitely, there was a quest with him. Um, and Tears of the Kingdom, I don't really think there was a quest, but he's just kind of hanging out and stuff, and I don't know. It was kind of annoying. So, anyways, let's just head up right in here. So, this is where Impa was, or is, sorry, which was another really like, wow, like that's pretty cool. So, um, in Ocarina of Time, Impa was like, Zelda's protector. And here she is, like, this grumpy old woman hanging out in Breath of the Wild here. Um, so, and then there's like a big, I don't know, it's not a map, but behind her is like the big pictograph that shows, like, how Ganon had been defeated and comes back and all of this kind of thing. So that's really cool as well. And at some point, she explains the story. Um, so yeah, that was also pretty cool. Um, she does have a sleeping quarters up here. Again, I'm so sorry. Like, I get used to like the camera angles in other games, and I'm not used to this one anymore. So yeah, it's very Japanesey. They have kind of Japanesey theme going on in here. Um, so it's just really cool. It's really cool to see, um, like, hey, this is how they live, and this is their lifestyle, and um, you know, stuff like that. So it goes without saying that it's just really quite amazing and astounding, like what they've done with the game. How far it's really come from the beginning. So I guess we'll just kind of go around here a little bit, and then we'll head over to Hateno. So yeah, not too long so far. Well, I guess it's kind of a little bit long for one place, but anyways, just to kind of check out the place. So you have these kind of goddess. You can't really tell anymore, but you get the idea. They're like kind of headstones kingdoms. And yeah, you can see a shrine from here, a couple of shrines, I guess. Yeah. So, um, all right, let's just kind of run through here a little bit. So entering back into the village, and there's just two things I want to do before we head out. So, wanna just kind of show the rest of the village. So, um, all of this scenery in the background comes into play in Tears of the Kingdom. So it's like, whoa, um, really quite peaceful at the moment. But over here we have an inn, um, and I don't know, a good shop, so I can buy some arrows in here, and then a food shop in here. So the guy uh, raising the carrots, basically his wife runs the shop. So, anyways, yeah, we got all these like pine trees, Japanese pine trees and stuff. Um, so let's just go up here really quick, and then we'll head out to Hateno because there's one more thing I want to kind of mention. So, yeah. Um, but again, yeah, it was just, oh, here's another chicken. um, it was just really cool seeing like some of these staple elements of Zelda just kind of, being the same throughout um, the games. And of course they evolve in terms of design and function and things like that. um but yeah, it was just really cool to see like that the villages are the same. Okay, and I still have everything equipped now. Okay. Yeah, the villages were the same. And oh, here's this guy. So if you I'm gonna lose him. Anyways, if you shoot him, you can get some rubies from him. He has a bigger role to play in Tears of the Kingdom, and don't mind if I do here. So this was like kind of when I started playing Breath of the Wild, and I found this fairy. So that's what this is. I'm sure you can tell. I was like, wow, what is this gaudy thing? And obviously, there's four of them. And so, again, when I played Ocarina of Time, and then there were like the fairy queens, I was like, oh, okay, hello. But I felt like the fairy queens in Ocarina of Time seemed like they were trying to be kind of sexy or kind of hentai, maybe. And they kind of are in here too, but they're just much more gaudy, I feel like. So I think in Ocarina of Time, they would just basically heal you, right? But if I remember correctly. But these fairies, they will enhance your armor. So if you um, collect the materials and stuff, some of them you cannot enhance. Um, but yeah, like I don't have enough materials to enhance this mask. So yeah, you can just basically um, have the fairies enhance your clothes. So there are four of them, and um, shoot, where I can't remember where one is in the kind of Rito area, and I forget where the other two are. But in Tears of the Kingdom, one of them are over by Dueling Peaks. So yeah, oh, I think one may be down in Gerudo if I'm not mistaken, and I forget where the third one is. So yeah, the fairies might, or not might, the fairies actually get displaced in Tears of the Kingdom because everything just is in an uproar and goes to hell in a handbasket with um Ganon coming back, even though we defeat him in Breath of the Wild. Well, he doesn't really come back. He just never was completely defeated to begin with. So, all right, let's get out of here. And we're gonna go over to Hateno. So that's what I mean. The time just goes really, really fast. So um, let's summon my motorcycle, and then we'll take a faster scenic ride over to Hateno. Whoa. Yeah. So again, sorry. Okay. Ah, not these Yiga guys again. Like, ever since I kicked Koga's butt, they just do not leave me alone. Alright. Alright, that'll get me. Okay. Alright, so here we are, heading back to Hateno. Or on our way, to be more precise. And yeah, obviously not really used to this. But this bike is pretty badass. Pretty cool. Um, Obviously makes getting around much easier and much faster than the horse. Yeah, and the horses are pretty temperamental as well. So, wow, here we go. So we're on Kakariko Bridge here, and yeah, it's pretty much, destroyed. And I think by the time, Tears of the Kingdom happens, um, like, they have start rebuilding. Okay, I'm gonna get off here, obviously. But they had start kind of rebuilding some of the kingdom, and so some of this stuff is repaired and under repair in Tears of the Kingdom. So there was somewhat of a lapse between taking out Ganon and uh, him coming back, basically. So I guess we'll hop back on my motorcycle again. And this is kind of interesting scenery over here. This is like on the way to the Hateno Fort. And I was playing Hyrule Warriors yesterday, and it was the Hateno Fort area. And yeah, we basically obliterated this entire area. So, um, like, we use one of the guardian beasts, I believe the camel, to take out all of these guardians. So let me just take these guys out really quick. And there's another Yiga guy following me. I don't know where he's at. He'll find me. Yeah. So, anyways, oh, for Pete's sake. Yeah, he's gonna get me first. Okay, so, um, might as well. Yeah, so anyway, so this whole area was like under attack in Hyrule Warriors, which is the prequel, and we used the camel to basically take out this entire area. And you can see that it's littered with guardians. So um, yeah, this was really like kind of cool um, to see, actually, because like obviously the fort was still intact, Um, Jeez, I'm just getting attacked all over the place here. The fort was, still really intact, and here it's like just basically destroyed, almost completely destroyed. So it was pretty cool to see it completely intact, and in its was a much more complex structure than what's left over, basically. So yeah, this is what we've got. We've basically got the gate left. Um, so let's take a look at the map here. So yeah, like maybe this whole area almost was like the actual fort. So this armor lets me quietly pick up these fireflies. It's just kind of a point here. Random point, but a point nonetheless. Yeah, so this whole area was the part of the fort. So you can, I mean, I guess there's boxes left over. So, um, just random stuff. So, yeah, it's just amazing, like, to think that this whole area was a fort at one point, and now it's just completely gone. So, I suppose it's not that shocking, but um, being in my shoes, where like, I played Breath of the Wild before Hyrule Warriors, um, I could not have imagined that the fort was like as big as it was. So, or um, as substantial. So it was very interesting to see that. So yeah, and then this guy has a cottage here, um, which was kind of a nice halfway point um, to the village. And then there is a side quest with him, which is not super important. It's let's see. I think that side quest was like over here somewhere, maybe. Yeah, it was over here. There was a shrine, and there's some creepy statues. So, yeah, let's get back on the bike and just head on over to the village. So, um, yeah, me and my historical interest here. So, um, just to be able to take in some of the scenery. I mean, there's nothing like super exciting going on here, but um, just to be able to take on some of the scenery um, on the way to the village, and actually, like some of those people who are on the side of the road um, with the lanterns, they are basically Yiga in disguise. So yeah, you want to kind of be careful who you talk to sometimes. Um, okay. Wow. Obviously not great at driving this thing either. Okay, and I'm almost out of fuel, I think. Yeah, I'm okay. I need to go this way. Here we go. Yeah. So, yeah, it was really. I think I said it in the last time as well, but it really was a lot of work to get this motorcycle, so it was a just reward for sure. Uh, okay, gotta make sure I'm going the right way here. So yeah, this is actually a pretty, like, even on the motorcycle, it's kind of far. So you can just imagine running and not. I didn't even have a horse. Um, so I had a hard time getting used to the horses, and I think a lot of people did, from what I understand. Um, so I just kind of ran around everywhere, and actually, there are a lot of cliffs, if you haven't noticed. cliffs and mountains and hills and slopes, like really steep slopes. So I just kind of like, you know what, forget it. I'm just gonna run around, and that's what I did. So yeah, we're in Hateno. It's a quaint little village. Um, and I think there was Hateno in Ocarina of Time, if I remember correctly. Um, so yeah, and right now, like in this, in Breath of the Wild, like nothing's really going on here. I think there's. Oh, that's the guy over there that sells the monster parts, but we'll do that another day. Um, so okay. Um, anyway, so but Tears of the Kingdom is really amazing. Um, because it really becomes all inclusive. So it's not just like, oh, get the Hateno and do some stuff and you're done. Um, all of these villagers and stuff really get involved in the story. Um, so it becomes really interesting. But um, maybe what I'll do is I'll kind of start and we can check out the village from the next time. And then we'll go to the research laboratory and then kind of move on from there. But for now, so this is where Link's house is, which, yeah, it's kind of funny because guess who we have building Link's house? None other than Bolson, who also made an appearance in Ocarina of Time. So he's obviously it's raining, so he's not here. But yeah, it cost me quite a bit of rubies, quite a few rubies, and to upgrade the house. Well, to just buy the house and then upgrade it as well. So let's just go in, and it's pretty simple. You got three places you can store a bow, and same for a sword, and same for shields. So these are actually like the guardians like hero swords or hero weapons, which is what I would call it. And then up here, Link has a place to sleep, so you can sleep somewhere for free. So his house is pretty simple, but it's still much more amazing than what he had in Ocarina of Time, if you ask me. um I can't really say anything much for the other games because I did not have the pleasure of playing them. But just for today, we can stop here, um, and we'll start back from Hateno next time. Thanks for watching.